Okay, so here we are. Good evening to Bitcoin Scott. Welcome along to my broadcast tonight and to Serena Rihari. Thank you for coming along, Serena. And it was lovely to catch up with you and meet you. So this evening is my broadcast number 56. And I've named this broadcast Intense Intentions. So this is Julz and Paekau coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand. Now, as you can see, I'm all rugged up, ready to go to the North Pole because it's cold. So I hope wherever you are in the world that you're warm, or if it's sunny and bright like in Brizzy, you're in your bikinis, who knows. But I hope that you are in good health and that TBC is in your life. So I am Julz Paekau, and I am a trusted seller within the TBC community. Now I have the opportunity to be a trusted seller and be able to do transactions. Should you need to do transactions, feel free to get in touch with me if you have transactions that need to be approved. Now, in saying that, we give you the opportunity to get those transactions approved for a $50 fee, especially if your sponsor is no longer helping you out in your business. Please feel free to contact me, but we can talk about that. I'm very open to helping out in that area. And so, yes, I've named this broadcast Intense Intentions. Now, I came to that topic due to the fact that you need to be connected with TBC. Your connection with TBC has to be very intense to the point that you know the blog inside out, that your intentions of being in TBC is to adhere to the statement that is available to you here and the mission that TBC brings to the global community. And what is that intention? To end global poverty. Now, what I mean by intense, I've come to a point where TBC is like, I'm so in touch with TBC. It's on my mind 24/7. And why should it be that way? So you know that you're in touch with TBC and what admin allows you to do, the tools they give you to implement in your daily life, as far as being able to attract people into TBC, not just to give them a spiel of you can be a millionaire. That doesn't work. I found that out very early in the program, that telling people I'm a millionaire means zip, because the first thing they're going to think is, what a lot of crock. And, you know, that's to be expected. And that's why TBC attracted so many trolls, so many naysayers, because people were saying that. They were posting it up. You can become a millionaire. And the first thing that people are going to do is either block you or criticize you. There's no two ways about it. And so, here we have the blog with good intentions, intense intentions. That if you don't get something in the blog, if you don't get it, Play it over, read it over until the penny drops. Because you can guarantee that once that penny drops, it will start. You will start to see the picture, the bigger picture. And what is the bigger picture? The bigger picture is that you can trade TBC. Now, we all know what's happening in the Philippines. What a fabulous job Dr. Dan has done with TBC, bringing 110 leaders together to sign a document that now allows TBC to be their choice of currency. Now, we're a small country of 4 million plus, and so we have that opportunity. We've just got to find the avenues to get out there and walk the road if you have to. But to learn about TBC, to know the insides and outs right from the beginning of its inception, which was March the 21st, 2016. Now, when I sat up and took notice of TBC, I went right back to 2016 to read those blogs. And those blogs all connect with what's happening today. Now, there's about 80 pages in the blog section. And now I'm not saying that you have to go through them all in one day, because it took me a couple of months before I even got through halfway. And then you've got the new blogs coming through. So it's a bit of a mission, but if you prioritize your day, you don't have to be sitting 24/7 and in front of your laptop, on your iPad, on your phone, because you can go in there and look for what it is you think you need to catch up with, whether it be how to learn transactions, how to simply open a Gmail account. So let the blog walk you through TBC's intentions. Now, we get caught up in our worlds. That's understandable. I too myself wasn't able to do my broadcast for 4 days. Try hard as I may, it became a bit taxing on the body. But so I'm all rugged up, scarf, jersey, cardigan, so I can sit up and do my broadcast. And I love doing my broadcast. And I thank TBC admin, absolutely, for this opportunity, because had we not had this outlet of doing broadcasts, well, then you'd be posting all over the show. I do not use Facebook anymore for posting. I do go through, I am a part of two pages, the TBC Revolution. He has the wonderful updates on what's happening within the TBC world, because it's everything they bring forward from the blog. And you're able to comment in there. And so I keep a close eye on the TBC Revolution page and Future Voices of TBC. So there's not too many pages I go to, just to keep it within a small area, because you've got the blog. So I feel that as long as the blog is available to us, you don't really need to be a part of a lot of online groups. There's so many TBC groups out there, pages, and things become messy. And so long as they're reporting directly from the blog to their pages, that's fine. But you find some pages like to interpret the blog, and so they twist things around, and then it just doesn't quite pan up with what the blog is saying. So always make sure that the blog is your go-to place. If you're not sure what you're seeing on Facebook or any other social media, I'm also a part of LinkedIn. I like going on there. FutureNet is another place to go to. And you can interact with people and like-minded people. But Facebook, like Randy suggested this morning, is somewhere to connect with people. Not to throw your spiel at them, not to throw your link at them, but to connect. That's what Facebook's for, to form a relationship, as I have. And thank you, Serena Rihari, for friending me and connecting with me. It's been a pleasure. And I hope to continue that friendship, as well as Bitcoin Scott. Now, I wanted to go through one of the blogs because I feel it's important. So let me share my screen. Where's it gone? Here it is. Maybe a second. So let's go and share this. So where am I? Not looking at me again. Okay, I wanted to make, this is important, this article right here. It makes sense to extend the time on the change on cookie rewards till June 15th. 2018. So I know I went through this data yesterday in my broadcast, but what I want to do is to let people know how much rewarding it would be for you to be a broadcaster. So with them splitting it in two now, because the broadcasters absolutely do a fine job. And some of them are there day in and day out. Stephen Cuffey, the voice of TBC, Marianne Murphy and her son James, and the list goes on. And they're there every day doing their broadcasts, getting the word out there, building the community. And that's the operative word, building the TBC community. So here we have the broadcasters' cookie rewards. The gift, 25,000 cookies when they sign up. They will get that. Coming to the meetings, 1 million cookies, which is 0.01 TBC. Now, when they purchase $100 worth of cookies, that's 100 million cookies, which equates to 1 TBC. Now, your 10 referrals, your 100 referrals will get you 1 billion cookies. So that's 10 TBC. And that's when it's recommended you start selling your TBC. When you have at least 10 TBC in your balance, then you can begin to sell your TBC when somebody wants to buy. When somebody wants to buy TBC, then having 10 TBC is when you can begin to start doing peer-to-peer transactions. But if you've got less than 10 TBC, then partner with somebody. I'm available to partner with. I'll be more than happy to help you out in this area. And then for doing your broadcast, for each broadcast that you do, you get 1 million cookies. So that's 0.01 TBC. So look at the rewards from the beginning down to the broadcaster. Now, here's where it differs between a basic reward and a broadcaster's reward. You will receive the 25,000 cookies. It's 0.00025 TBC. Now here's where the magic begins for the broadcasters, but not for the basic cookies. Now look at this, meetings. 1 million cookies up for a broadcaster as opposed to a basic broadcaster. No, basic cookie rewards. 1,000. See? 1 million, 1,000. 0.00001 TBC. Now we come to the purchases. 100 million for the broadcaster, 100,000 the basic cookie rewards. 0.001 TBC. See up here, 1 TBC. Down here, 0.001 TBC. So in actuality, being a broadcaster has got so much defining zeros, you might say. But look at the difference. Your referrals will be 10 TBC for each 100 referrals. That's 100 referrals, 10 TBC. 1 billion cookies, 10 TBC. And then you do a broadcast. 1 million cookies, 0.01 TBC. But the difference is so enormous. You know, you get on a regular broadcast, you do what the many broadcasters are doing, and you will be well rewarded for it. Okay, let's go through these. Previously, we were starting to treat Kringle coin purchases as of June the 1st, 2018, according to the above image and explained in this article. Now, I want to go over to this article. Because this is, they were going to introduce this earlier on. You may have already noticed this new table in the cookie reward section of your Kringle Cashback office. This will develop further because I already see some activities that also should be rewarded as we build out our TBC economy. Bear in mind that it will take at least 2 more years to fully develop TBC economy. Now, what would it matter if it took 2, 3, 5 years? It wouldn't matter because we're building a community that is going to be well recognized and that will go down in history, developing the TBC economy. Okay, so now I'm just going to go through this because there's not too much to go through. Seems to make sense under the circumstances to implement this change on June 15, 2018 instead. So admin has given you, due to the glitches, of course, the opportunity to still do your cookies, you know, should you want to grab some cookies. So the redemption period has opened out further. So today here in New Zealand is the 6th of June. So you still have 11 days to get some cookie rewards. So June 15th will be a hard deadline. What do they mean by hard deadline? That means that will be it. That will definitely be the deadline. whether any glitches or that happen again, you have till June the 15th. All transaction verifications for cookie rewards of over $100 need to be completed on or before June 15, 2018. So I have stopped doing transactions because I've now migrated. So in order to do transactions before the 15th, you have to be on the 009 tbc009.net wallet, on the new wallet. And if you are on there and you want to do transactions, I'm just waiting for my migration to go through, and then I will be able to do transactions with you. Only up until June the 15th. Otherwise, June 16th, 2018, we will fully implement this new version of 2 sets of cookie rewards. Let me repeat, this will be a hard deadline. So be aware, people. June 15th will definitely be the deadline to have all transactions. If you've migrated, make sure your back office is all up and completed. If you're new to TBC and you want to receive cookie rewards before the June the 15th, you still have that time. But definitely cut-off date, June 15th, 2018. So any purchases of over $100 that gets verified by the seller inside the transaction verification area of Kringle Cash on or before June 15th will reward the buyer 100 million cookies for each set of $100 purchased. So that's an awesome reward for your $100. You will receive your 100 million cookies for each set of $100 purchased. Then if transaction is verified on the 16th forward and the buyer is not a broadcaster, then the reward is 100,000. So what are they saying there? Well, if you buy your cookies on the 15th, your $100 purchase, you will receive 100 million cookies if you have done your broadcasting. If you haven't done any broadcasting, you will only receive 100,000. So if that's not an incentive for you to get your broadcasting going, well then, you are missing out on a few zeros, believe you me. I will have the tech team adjust the cookies and Kringle coins sent if they got less than 100 million cookies, 100 million per $100 for this week that has passed since June 1st. So I'll read that again. I will have the tech team adjust the cookies and the Kringle coins sent if they got less than 100 million per $100 for this week that has passed since June 1st. Become a broadcaster. It only takes a day to set up a broadcast and complete a broadcast. Now, the broadcast goes for 30 minutes. Some broadcasters go over. If there's no intending broadcast after them, some of them will use that time up. Your voice needs to be heard. This is how we will overcome the current corrupt financial system. Broadcasters will be the TBC billionaires. The non-broadcasters will be the TBC millionaires. Now, what does the word millionaires mean to you? When would you ever have gotten the opportunity to even think these words, other than reading it on a magazine or watching the tabloids to see what billionaires and millionaires do. But TBC give you that opportunity to bring that word into the light for you. But don't dote on these words. Just know that there's two categories that TBC are going to have. Do you have the will of a billionaire? If you can show us that you do have the will of a billionaire, then you will be paid like a billionaire. Isn't that awesome? Then you will be paid like a billionaire. And all you have to do is become a broadcaster. Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? So I'll stop sharing my screen here, even though I have got another screen to go to. And I'll just bring this one back up and go back here. So what am I saying? If you feel you would like to start out as a broadcaster and not quite sure that you'll get through the 30 minutes, then I advise you to invite people along to join you in your broadcast, like me, for instance, or like one of your close members of your team. You know, 2 or 3 of you. It's like a, the word's gone right out of my head, a tag team. And then you each have, you each randomly slot in to help one another along in your broadcast. So I was in a part of a tag team, and there was 6 of us in there. And we all did a few minutes each, and then the half an hour was done. And that got us into the mood of, and the person that was doing the broadcast was able to cut down to 3 people for a little bit, for a few broadcasts, until she was able to do her broadcasts all on her own. But it doesn't matter, because it always is good to have someone in your chat room. When Randy does his broadcast, he puts his link out there so people can join him on his panel. So that's another easy way to get people. Yes, it is, Serena. And it works a treat too, having a tag team, because you've also got the excitement of them feeling relaxed, especially if they haven't done it before. And so you get 3 new people, you become a pack of gaggling geezers. But to enjoy doing the broadcast eventually on your own, and then you look forward to your slot coming up. So what I've done now, the hardest people to get into your business are your immediate family. Now, they're the biggest naysayers, and they have been for me as well. They've seen me in so many ventures. The minute they see me online, they're offline, or I'm blocked, or I'm put on hold, or something like that, because they don't want to see what I'm doing. But TBC, since I've been doing my broadcast, a sister here and a niece there have been seeing my broadcast. So what I've done is I've created another video channel, another YouTube channel, and I will direct those videos simply for my family and do videos in the simplest terms I know how, which is what I do on my daily broadcasts. I don't like to be confusing. I want people to understand me, and that's how I draw people to me, who gravitate to me, who can understand what I'm saying, as we all do. All us broadcasters try to give our 30 minutes the best way we can. And if I can make one person understand what I'm talking about, well, then I've done my job. And so, yes, it is their loss. But you'll say, right, Serena. But I feel like if I do videos in the 15-minute span instead of the half-hour span, and just letting them know how safe and secure TBC is, and how it's taking a hold here in New Zealand. We have 11,104 members here in New Zealand. Now, that's a lot of people. I can't say that I know them all, but I probably know about a good 20 of them now. And it's, it started off with me, and then slowly my contacts got more and more here within New Zealand. And so that's awesome. So getting to the stage where you've got to feel the passion of what TB's doing. I'm so intense and so satisfied with how I'm perceiving TBC, how I present it. And like I said, you don't have to be talking billionaire, millionaire status, because that can be something that you work into, but they will see that for themselves. And you let them see how joining TBC, getting those free 25,000 cookies, can propel them into a status they only ever dreamed about. Didn't we all have that dream to be a millionaire? Never mind, think about a billionaire. But being a millionaire was a dream we all had. And to bring our people here in Aotearoa out of that poverty lifeline that they've gotten so used to help them let go of that grip, of that beneficial factor. Now, I live here in Glen Innes in Auckland, and we're known as the beneficiary hub of New Zealand, because nearly every second person in Glen Innes is a dependent on the benefit system. Doesn't matter what part of the day, from the minute the governmental department opens till it closes, which is 5 o'clock in the evening. So from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 in the evening, that office is full. Now, I want to see people be able to walk in there and say, I don't need the benefit anymore. Wouldn't that be a heaven sent, be bliss? And whether people know it or not, when people go into WINS, into where you can get a benefit, they have a bell. Nobody can see it, but it's there. And when you go in and say, I'm coming off the benefit, they get you to go and ring that bell. And that lets all the social workers know that somebody's come off the benefit. How bad is that? Ring a bell just to say that you're no longer on the benefit. Well, I want that bell to be continuous. I want that bell to be rung every day. And through TBC, this is possible. This is totally possible. And where will they be? So get them to ring that bell. And you know, the dependency on benefits these days, people are up at the bank Monday evening, benefit day's Tuesday, but they can't wait till Tuesday morning. They're up there in front of the ATM Monday evening, 8:30. How do I know? Because I see the queues. And I'm thinking, you've only got a few more hours, because you guarantee they're going to use that money and they'll be broke Tuesday and they're back at Wins on Wednesday, which is a sad state of affairs. Now, I'm not saying they all do that, but the majority do. So, and then here in New Zealand, if there's a holiday, as we all know, then their benefits come on the weekend, coming on a Saturday. And so you guarantee they're broke for a whole run up to the next week. So Monday morning, they're knocking on the door. They've got no food. Now I won't even go to the area where I know what's happened with the money. But that's a sad state of affairs. That's what I want to see an end to. They don't have to go knock on the door and say, I haven't got any food. I need a food grant. I need a da-da-da grant. My power's off. And that's the setback, is that on a holiday weekend, they can get their benefit out on the Saturday. And by the Tuesday when they're supposed to get their benefit, you guarantee they're broke. So I've had my little rant, but TBC can put pay to that. TBC can bring out people, like I said, into the light where they can see an end to paying bills constantly, paying rent, and then some of them are not even paying rent. The homelessness is at a high here in New Zealand, here in Auckland, here in Wellington, here in Christchurch, not just one area. And if my job is to change one life at a time, then I'm up for it. I don't push myself over the limit to get to people. But if you are the slightest interested and you want to take a look, then please contact me. If you're an orphan and you've been left by your sponsor, you have no idea what's going on, then I am more than happy to help you with that. I don't have to be your sponsor, but I can help. Reach out to me. I'm Julz and Paekau here in Auckland, New Zealand. And if you're in New York, in South Africa, in the Philippines, no, not the Philippines. I know you've got a good leader there. But wherever you are in the world, it most of all, my people here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, I am here to help. Now, help doesn't come easy, help doesn't come cheap. If you want my time, I'm quite happy to give you my time. But let's talk about it. Don't leave things till the last minute because things are starting to move along now. TBC will become a great part of everybody's life. And I want to make that happen. Thank you, Serena. I'm so happy you came along to my broadcast today. Thank you for connecting with me. You're more than welcome, and we'll catch up again. Now you take care, and God bless you, Serena. So here I will end my broadcast. I am Julz Paekau here in Auckland, New Zealand. Your trusted seller. Should you need some transactions done, please reach out to me. Now my details are below this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And I will look forward So catching up with you, I'm on my broadcast is live every day at 6 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time. Ka kite anō. Bye for now.